What's up, guys? Welcome to the Hard Carry, where we're carrying CDL Major 4 matches straight to you. We're here today, Elimination Semifinals, Atlanta Faze versus NYSL. Who's going to go on and face Optic in the Elimination Finals, and who's going to go home early in 4th place? Let's find out right now.
New York have not. The break difference very much there for Atlanta, though New York not so much there. So rotations are crucial for both these two teams. More so for Subliners. Atlanta Faze relying on those breaks. Can they get it done? It's a hard game against Subliners.
It certainly is. Already a busy swimming and hoping to be winning very, very shortly. But one of the main things for this game, Tan, I feel, is that we're going to get a good idea of how these two teams have turned up on Championship Sunday. Already a busy throwing depth charges to flush him out of the water. And New York will get the first flurry of kills on the P1.
They flow through, and Slasher will now look to try and break something over towards P2. Subliners just always so impressive in these hardpoints. 6-0 against Atlanta Faze over the course of the season. One has come down to hardpoint, but they're gonna have to make sure that they do get a hold of them. If you don't, then you start not having that crutch, if you like, win against teams, and it does become a little bit more difficult. Slasher slowly and methodically moving his way up down this right hand side. Finds absolutely nothing. Skies will take him down. The kills come through for New York Subliners once again. It's a good hold so far.
You can see that New York have been as effective as you would like it to be, but for New York, time on P1 and the lock on P2.
Easy around the outside, though. It's going to be an issue for somebody to deal with. Good shots coming through. Fight ongoing.
And this is it for New York. It's everything at the moment. Pretty much just uncontested. We'll get Nathan in the face eventually, as it will be Faze that finds some kills to break this before it gets too far out of the way.
Okay, they fixed it.
Measure will get taken down. Brewster inside of the point. Good takeover from New York Subliners so far. That scrap time looking like it is going to go over towards Atlanta Faze. Now it's all about this rotation in 10 seconds or so. Time, Kismet not going to win the fight. Simp there. Sky's just yet to maybe try and break something open, but you will take those scrap times. You will take the rotation if you are Atlanta Faze. New York Subliners in a good spot now.
And Sky's waiting. Gonna see Simp as well. Has the advantage in that gunfight. In it goes, and doesn't get a stun on him at all. They should be disappointed with that. Hydra, though, to manage to get these back spawns eventually. And now Faze know exactly where they're coming from.
Oh, he's stuck him. He's stuck him with that nade as well. That's going to help them potentially break things open. Atlanta Faze now. Can you find a break back through the front? Kismet and Co with the spawns towards the back. In the end, it's a good break from Subliners over towards the back side. Kismet inside the point, trying his best to keep things alive and kicking Simp through the front door, though. Is this going to be the break here from Atlanta Faze as well? We said so many times they're so successful at doing so, and yeah, it's another break.
Now they'll just wind up these final kills. Probably let Simp go all the way around for rotation as well. And even New York are going for it at the same time. They're not willing to jump into the teeth of Atlanta Faze at this point, but Hydra can go for a little hop and a little scrap time himself.
Don't mind that scrap time if you have the rotation, but it's not going to be there.
This is where it gets a bit nervous. Both teams ready and in position for it as well, but only Priest is going to find a kill here for the New York Subliners. Atlanta Faze, they've got Ruins, they've got an Overwatch on a P2, and Priest are trying to pick from Dome, but he does.
These guys are on the left-hand side as well, just trying to find a break. Kills slowly but surely coming through. Oh, he isn't able to finish it up, and Skies will get taken down. Hydra towards the back, though. Can he find anything? He does have a little bit of support from Priest there. He is going to find one. Kill's starting to flow there for Subliners, but Atlanta Faze very resolute here. It's a lead for them. The kill's going to start to flow here for
still
Cillian
really
as well.
close. NYSL trying to stay in it as they look like they're going to get scrap time here.
And it has been just both teams really taking it to the other. The rotations haven't mattered as much for either side as the breaks keep flowing through. And Simp just wants to try and get them off this time and be a nuisance himself. You can already see the spawns will be blocked. The next Slasher has the outlook. Cillian will be watching through middle. They're also going to have P3 covered. So for New York Subliners, they have to go through the teeth.
It's been so back and forth. We talked about rotations being crucial. Both two teams have kind of been there evenly on that aspect. The breaks for Atlanta are something that they've been relying on. Both these two teams are finding breaks. So back and forth, blow for blow. Spawns towards the back is still giving me that for Atlanta Faze. Kismet is going to break it open over towards the front side, though. Faze is going to have to find a way back through from the back.
They've sent in a Hydra. He's just going to play this every single corner, every single position, already calling out the player. He's just sitting at P3, and he's going hunting. Hydra's like, I've seen you, you are mine. Do not run from me today. And Faze keep trying to break back into the hill that they held originally. And you can see that New York are still fighting them every step of the way.
Yeah, just fighting them every step of the way until Abizi flies through the front door, and I was about to say finds 2, it's 3. Priester will fall. Atlanta Faze just about arriving onto the scene here after what was a momentary slow start. Abizi does not do slow. Corner over from him. Bound to be 5. There it is on the skies as well. Looking for number 6 as well. Abizi is final at the moment against Subliners. The end of the rotation of hills have belonged to Abizi. 19 and 11. And the form continues. Atlanta Faze are set up over towards P1. P2 control is there as well. But Kismet is lingering around where he can maybe find something for Subliners who are going to need that something.
Already just trying to fight them off every single way, but it is a couple of kills for New York. And now they're looking for a bit of control. Get on the P1, push Faze all the way back. If they can, they'll get the magical flip, but it's not going to be easy. Only Hydra really looking for it. Unfortunately, Faze filling this kill feed with the tears of New York.
In every single angle that New York tried to find that push. You know, the initial break that comes in over towards P1 was nice.
BZ 20 and
Being able
12
to
really
turn
on
it into something
tear
else
right
is
now.
what you've
for the
always got to
start
try
of
and
this
do from
losers
P1
final.
to P2. Could not find that next wave of kills. And all of a sudden, Atlanta Faze, scrap time, rotation, belongs to them. Hydra around the outside may well be the catalyst here for Subliners. The rest are going to start
Losers
pushing from the
semifinals,
front. Next
not
couple of
losers
gunfights are massive. Spawn out there for Celium.
And Faze feeling pressure now. New York, like a vice, are putting the squeeze through. Players from every single angle. Only Abizi left, but he will be cut down. New York get the positioning. They get it perfect. Simp already rushing to do the same thing that they did.
Because it was so sporadic in terms of getting control. They haven't been able to get a hold of the spawns. This is not the perfect setup with the cruiser missile coming in. Is that going to disrupt anything here? 1 kill onto Hydra from the back coming onto Faze. Sim's actually going to kill Celium though. It does find one at the priest there, but gets cleaned up. It's a hold for Subliners. 25 seconds to go here at P2. Back within touching distance. If they can keep up the rest of this time, it's looking like they're going to get hold of it. Rotation is there now for Faze though. Back and forth, Bryce. Nothing to split these two so far.
No, they know exactly what they are doing with this rotation going through. Atlanta Faze will be in a position one more time. It was split last time they head to this hill. Can they do it again for both of them? But we'll find out. New York, the team to break. It's time for listening to the New York Subliners.
They're gonna spawn out dome, they're gonna spawn out dome. I might back me 5. We're looking for who we're looking for.
One more. He can be bottom. He can be bottom low key.
I don't see him.
I hear front door.
Front weak. He's in top.
That's broken.
One stop, bottom door. He's blue, yeah. He's behind. Back door.
Back door.
Back door, guys.
Front door dead.
Nice.
Pip, one was P5. One was P5.
Stay left. Here you go.
Yeah, but-
Yep, front door dead.
Get time.
Turn out front.
Yeah, I'm about to give it the back after this, when he spawns, right? Yeah, I'm giving it the back.
Help me in.
I got you. Yo,
Go front.
that guy's
I got your front. I got your front.
P1. Front door.
You can't go your front door.
Nice. Because you're Austin front. I'm pushing to the right, okay, guys?
Wait, can we spawn in the back?
No, BT could spawn behind you, yes, in blue. I stand in front. P1.
I don't see him. P1. Okay, Mountain P1.
I got 2 new, I'm in the back.
Yeah, Mountain P1. They're gonna be P2. There's one. Yo, they can spawn to my right. Yo, spawn to my right. Go.
I'm playing depths.
Yeah, go inside.
I have your we okay?
Yeah, close. On you dead. One more on you.
Lay down, yes.
Yo, one's P1. Mid cut slash.
He's tapped. He's all the way out of the hill.
Yo, back out right. He saw you.
It's so, you're good, take time.
One's back on me, yeah.
I spawn here, I spawn behind him.
I'm see the back,
I'll tell him the back, right?
P5.
Yeah, I'm see the back.
Yo, tell him now.
Nice job. P5.
One shot.
Broken last guy. There's another one.
I know. Bump me.
I'm done. I'm in.
Watch my catch.
I got you.
Take kills and we push out, okay?
Yo, Pablo left.
Don't watch out. I can't. I'm laying down. Watch my catch.
I think he's ready.
I needed one shot in broken. I got your cat.
Yo, he's top broken. I'm one shot. I'll say live.
We're good.
Don't even look at P2.
We're chilling.
Yeah, one shot. He's top broken. I think so.
Pushing out behind us.
Back up P2. One shot dead.
Nice.
Top broken.
And the New York Subliners calling in the comms to take their time against certain players. They know they have the pace to make it matter where it counts. But right
Those are
now,
great
it's
comms by
desperately
NYSL right
flying
there.
into the lead.
To give
New
them
York
about a
Subliners
50
will
point
break
lead.
this 200-point mark. It's a nice hold over towards P4, and Atlanta Faze did nothing but just disrupt them momentarily. Nothing they could do to stop New York picking up the majority of the time, and that is 3 hills, the back-to-back-to-back. It may well be another one here. The kill's starting to flow through just at the right time every single time for Subliners. The breaks have been free-flowing. These guys inside the pony's had a quiet game, but 3 spree nearly makes it a 4. Faze towards the back. It's a little bit of a split here. Subliners could pinch.
And they are doing everything. Kismet is frying everybody. Only Sim going to be left
Kismet,
alive.
the
and he will be
bulldog,
alone.
trying to put
Players
the
flying into
exclamation
hill
point
to
on
me,
this
and
map
nobody
1
from
hard point.
Faze has a chance of backing up his trades. And now New York are in. They are in a commanding position. They just have to fight a little bit more. All New York have to do, if they bleed the rest of this time, is get something by P1 or P2. They've almost got it sewn up.
So many breaks have come through for Subliners here. Atlanta Faze haven't been able to hold on to a goddamn thing. Has to be a good break here. Subliners, of course, cannot win it as we close out over towards the second rotation of hills, but they've won every single gunfight. Rotation will be there for P2 as well. Atlanta Faze, the worst position possible. Priester eventually does die with a cruise in his back pocket, but New York Subliners so close to the win now, 18 away.
And for Faze, the maths is equal. All you got to do is get P1 and P2 just to get back into the game. It is not something that is very easy, especially when you already lose P1 control. The bodies
That's 3 big kills, only about 13 more seconds.
Have to hit this head on. With 10 seconds left to go, they've got to find the players, get the time, and think about the rotation.
It's so much to think about. 30 seconds left on P1.
Sim's going for the water route, but if they don't win this,
have to start moving. They have done. It's all
they have to win this P1 time right here.
He does find a kill in the middle of the map. It has to be the kills on the rotation over towards P2 though. In 15 seconds time, we're heading over. Subliners, they're ready and waiting for Atlanta Faze now. But can Faze find some kills, find a break, and find a way back into the map?
This is the impossibility though. Breaking P2 when you've got time is hard. Breaking
Hydra, 2 big kills there on P1. They gotta hold it for 8 seconds here.
No, they need a miracle. I just don't see if they're gonna find it. Kismet already blocking off as well. That kill falls down. New York Subliners will walk away with map 1.
Nice job by NYSL to take map 1 there. That hard point was very nicely done. They played really, really good, disciplined hard point there. NYSL looking hot, and Faze gonna have to pick it up a little bit in order to keep this one alive for their Major 4 hopes.
Again, enjoying his time against Subliners.
Well beat 2, 3, and 5.
Looking at the scoreboard here, wow, Celium 16 and 23. Not doing good. Kismet 27 and 22, and Priesta 28 and 17. As we take a look at the hotel search and destroy map 2.
But bear those plans in mind. They will be coming in thick and fast, probably most of the rounds. In these big situations, playing your life is going to be important. Difficult to call this one. New York will be happy with the map 1 win. Atlanta Faze will be very, very much looking forward to this search and destroy. Try and tie the series up.
Yeah, realistically, you are right. This still will be close to call. Last time we played it, 6-4. And that says anything could happen as I go through a round. Celium with the signal out again and instantly catches Skies.
That's some signal 50 action right there.
Watch out for the rest of the S&D, but Hydra already finds one back on a Simp. It's back down to a 3 versus 3, and players are everywhere.
So for all that Celium was watching that right-hand side to have a look over towards the bar side, he didn't get the look onto Hydra, and all of a sudden he can cause issue. Kismet playing the island wonderfully, and well, I think if you're Atlanta Faze, you presume that might be going over towards B, but now with Celium gone the Overwatch, you can't do anything about Priester behind that bomb, which will be going down.
Doesn't
Can't
catch
get him on
way
there.
out
Yeah,
either.
I know that's got to be the plan, hasn't it? Now it's a tough situation for Faze.
He's going to chow here as well. Celium will eventually get his man, but Priester takes down Slasher. Celium in a 1 versus 3. And unfortunately, it's a 1 versus 2 as he got that player earlier, but this is not going to be easy for him. Kismet is just going to show him shoulders, but no love. And if he tries to cross, there's already a player waiting. He's going to have to be more magic than usual. Oh my goodness, a little bit of magic, but not enough.
That was a nasty shot. Didn't look like it hit
It's always the
at
case
all.
when he's going to find one, and Kismet's going to come for the reply. Hydra's like, yeah, you just baited me out, yeah? That's exactly what he's done. Has to survive in those situations. Round number 1, plant goes down. And again, I mean, the crucial part of that round was Celium actually finding that kill on the skies, because he takes that tight angle, overlooking just towards the bomb to the right-hand side of bar. He misses Hydra, run up light stairs, get himself over towards top bedroom. Can just drop down the elevator. It's an easy kill for Hydra to answer back. Celium will find 3 in the round, but New York Subliners with the important number. That one on the screen at the top.
Kismet already looking. We know he's dangerous in this kitchen. Many highlight reels already, and he is joined by the French Phenom. Entering here would be a bit of a disaster for Faze. Right now, they're just trying to figure out information. Bomb still in spawn as they've split across the map.
Nothing to worry about for Faze yet. Keep an eye on the BZ and his positioning, though. bit of bedroom control will encourage Faze to maybe make a hit over towards it. Slasher will get out with his life. Simp there, ready to clean up any aggressors that are coming through, and Kismet, of course, one of those. So kill over towards the B side. Atlanta Faze with a little bit of control over towards A because of where Abizi is. They may have plotted something over towards this side of the map now.
Tim finds a second. It's now a 2 versus 4. Priester on Overwatch. Can he find the kill? He can. It's going to be Skies. Actually, a team shot goes through. A little bit more of a precarious position here for Faze. They will have to get this bomb down. They're going straight for it, but there's already a player going for it. I think it's going to be Skies. He's looking for Celium. Celium snaking, but eventually will fall. The trade comes back in once again. Priester now
left
in
in
a 1 versus 2.
Does
he see Simp? He does, but Simp will now run away as fast as his heels can carry him.
And the problem for him here, Priester, he knew Simp was over towards this side of the map because he's just been cleaning Subliners players up when they're not expecting it. Knows he needs to get rid of them. Has him in his sights, but it will not matter in that scenario. Let the Faze get one back. He's just finding his way over, but it's really about Sim finding those 2 kills over towards the B side. It just puts New York in such a disadvantageous situation. Good work from Faze. Tying it up. Close rounds so far. Bomb going down in both.
These 2 teams, adjustments will happen all the way through this S&D. I expect this to go right towards the end for both sides. New York on the attack, though. Bomb actually switch player then. They go for a fast A by the look of it. Sell him again. He's already been stunned, but that sniper is in his hand. Can he thread this needle? Bomb down for New York.
The signal 50 so dangerous, but so slow. May well have been able to catch Kismet there, but the hard aims coming through on the Skies are not good enough. Guns them right back. Celium will get taken down. It's a 4v3 for Subliners.
They were waiting on him to make a pick, give them the advantage, and now they don't have it. Already moving forward. Skies on Overwatch has the great heady here at the moment. Already pressure coming from both sides. New York leaving him alone, but repositioning on the other side of the map with 16 seconds left to go. Can Atlanta Faze find the rest of New York? It's only going to be Hydra. He's in a position to win the game. Abizi is going to see him, and down he gets gunned. Somebody has to fuse. Somebody has to Overwatch his Phenom. Has done it again. A 1 versus 3. A 1 versus 4. Oh my goodness, Hydra.
Disgusting. And because Atlanta just takes so long to find that clear out, which is basically down to New York Subliners finding a good rotation and completely flipping the bomb site on its head. And then from then on out, it's just the time that Hydra has to play. When that gunfight against Simp solidifies around Slasher, well, even if he did continue to defuse, he's not going to get the job done. The French Phenom with the players. All smiles from Subliners. If you get that man confident, the New York Subliners are going to be flying through this series. Faze still with some questions to answer here, Bryce. That was a really nice flip from Subliners, but Faze didn't have a read on it whatsoever.
Oh, no. I mean, you got to give full credit to New York in that situation. Skies played his life for a long time, and the rest of New York flipped it entirely. Lost the gunfights, but got it through the clock. And now already you can see they're being aggressive. They've taken mid-map control here away from Atlanta Faze.
So what's the play now for Faze? Seems like they're playing this role quite often where it's just a case of waiting for Subliners to maybe make a misstep, find some information. This time around, New York Subliners has been happy to give up that bedroom control. Maybe for Faze, are they waiting on something happening over there? Well, it's not going to happen over towards the restaurant side for Simp. Kismet will find him after Slasher gets first blood. Celium retreating all the way back to grab a hold of that bomb now. There's a lot of action for Subliners over towards the restaurant side. Slasher might be able to deal with it. Can't.
In down slight speed from the Vaznev. Just means he gets absolutely eviscerated. But Celium now trying to get out of here. Players swarming from all sides. Outnumbered here for Faze. Even more outnumbered now. Only Macabre can do anything. He finds the first. They're going to have to try and take him on. They will close the doors here. Goes for the reload. Fuse coming through. Finds a second. And he's just going to do it here. This is going to be easy. Hydra, not even one.
Hydra, defuse.
Defuse done.
Nice ninja.
Just didn't quite have the light
get
on what
that
he thought
nice
was the bomb.
to get that round. Celium almost.
I think when he finds that second one, the presumption is that was maybe the bomb carrier. But it's just a slight stretch towards the right-hand side. Such an awkward angle to play. But, I mean, look, they had the time to really find the force over towards Celium. They could have challenged it through towards top bedroom. Dug him out, if you like. But they choose to actually just stick the defuse, sacrifice a couple of players. But they get the round. That's the important thing. little bit risky, I will say that, but Subliners 3-1 up will be feeling good. Looking like an 8 hit about to come through. Atlanta Faze have sent a lot of bodies over towards this side, as per usual. The BZ playing the island over towards the B side. Expect the flank to come through from him. Priester will have to be aware.
And look at this patience from both teams. Atlanta Faze with map position. New York, patient. They don't have information in restaurant. They haven't really looked out towards mid. They're just holding defensive angles.
No one's
maybe
moving right now
expecting
at
a push
all.
here from Faze.
When it starts to linger into this sort of time, 50, 45 seconds, that's when you start to say, as the attacking team, we probably need to do something pretty soon. Atlanta Faze have been sat back, been very, very patient, but here comes the breakdown from New York Subliners. The grenade over will give the cover, but a very weak Hydra has to back down. Wasn't confident in that one, but Celium was confident of that. Now all gunfights start to break open. 30 seconds to go. Still no bomb down.
They're wrapping back, but they're wrapping back right into a BZ. Here he comes.
Going for the rotation. At least he's going to see one at the same time. This slows them down. The nade out of the stick as well. Abizi shuts down New York, and Priester
Abizi has some of the nastiest nades in the whole league.
And a dead silence.
I've seen him sick people
Abizi
more
got
often
him in
than
the end.
golly, man. Look at Joe DeCease
And
back
that's
there
what happens
just
when
chilling.
you just take your time that little bit. You wait for that pick, the other team does not give it to you. Subliners kind of, I don't want to say if you get caught napping, it was just more of a situation. You don't find anything, you don't have the time after that. If you find that first pick over towards maybe the couch's side, you have some potential. But Abizi was playing that kitchen side so well. We talked about the potential flank that could be coming through. Positions himself wonderfully to deal with the rotation coming in from Subliners, which does not work out.
Yeah, we've seen split and pick a few times. Realistically, you give up map control and you wait and you burn that time down, and that's what unfortunately went wrong for them. As soon as they lost that first blood, they didn't really have the options to get this bomb down anyway. Kismet, though, will open up first blood on this one. Atlanta Faze were moving into restaurant, and they still are. Simp will have the bomb, joined by Slasher. On the other side of it, Abizi is fighting bedroom.
Did Hydra hear him? Spinning himself round, he's hearing plenty. Pushed up towards double arches, and now all of a sudden you're in a lot of trouble if you're Simp. Well, no, you're not, because, well, you're Simp. Hydra will fall, but still a disadvantageous situation for Atlanta Faze. Simp regens himself, grabs attack. They'll have to pick their way through here. Subliners don't look like they want to move.
Simp trying to figure out if they've rotated back here. The comes between Abizi and Simple B. What have you got? Where can I go? Simp wants to get this bomb down. He will have to check a few corners, a few angles first. Last one to check, I think, will be bottom bed. There you go, there's the check, and now the bomb will go down. Abizi may actually hit this flank, even on that mini-map.
Is he going to get the time? It's looking that way, but he could have done with Simp staying alive. Gets caught up from bedroom side, but do they have any info on Abizi? Dead silence is available.
Kismet's diffusing. It's going to be done by the time he gets there.
Oh
no, he got it.
Trying to get out as well. Dead silence popped back
Now
and
Skies
forth.
is on it. He's diffusing.
Surely not the exact same angle again. Looks for it. Gets it at the same time, and now Priester has to chow. Abizi hugging this corner for all he's worth.
Oh my God.
Abizi is insane.
Hydra earlier. Abizi this time. And they just couldn't get him out of there.
That was a great clutch
And he was
1v3
trying to make
from
himself
Abizi right
smaller
there.
than he is in that corner.
Played to absolute perfection. Just about gets there for that first one. The second one after that, I mean, you know where he is, and I think Skies thinks he has the cover. The answer is you absolutely do not. Shoots his left leg off, and it's 6 in a row from Abizi. 3-3. This man is just being an absolute Galactus in Search and Destroy, and the man is unstoppable at this stage. That's 6 in a row, not able to make it 7, but it does get the information for his team. We're back on down into kitchen, needs some help, does get those reinforcements. If you keep an eye for Subliners yet, this is the old bait and switch. Plenty of movement over towards the kitchen side, but our bomb planter is actually all the way over towards A. So all the action that's gone on in the first 30 seconds there, Bryce, nobody really has a great deal of info.
And for New York, at least they have a bit more map control this time as this clock starts to tick down. Skies are making a move. Priester takes a few bullets to the face but gets out. New York either try and find a pick here or they rotate back to B.
That's the play. Atlanta are hustling over towards the A side. And again, the same old story for New York. You're taking your time. You're waiting for that pick to come. Atlanta Faze are offering you nothing.
And here comes the first gunfight. Stallion finds the first. Priest will get one back onto him straight away. They still don't have control of the side that they would want. Skies will have to go for the plant. Sim finds Priest as well. And Kismet is left alone. Dead Silence has popped. But that is not a time machine. It will not give you back the
Nice
minute
play
you've
from
just thrown
Faze
in the
there,
bin.
taking that map there.
It didn't work last time for Subliners, and, well, it doesn't work again. They're not holding, like, those aggressive angles. A shake of the head from Kismet. This is their own downfall here. Give credit to Faze, being very, very patient. Simp doesn't really start moving through that restaurant side until, I want to say, 20, 25 seconds left to go. They're not really making the moves. They know Subliners aren't going to either. 4-3 lead now for Faze. This one's ebbed and flowed ever so nicely. 10-3 from Abizi is the standout. Everyone from Subliners doing their job. A couple of knives being thrown out. Dangerous ones at that. A little bit more aggressive from Faze over towards the A side now.
New York just trying to get in a good position. Abizi goes straight through. They know bedroom is now lost. Can they get this plant down? They're being careful about checking that lower bedroom again. Priester watching on the overwatch here. Finding anything. This is all information for New York to figure out their next move. They are going for the flank. They are slowly but surely coalescing onto this site.
Did they see Hydra on the flank, though? I believe they did. Simple find one onto Kismet, though, through the mid-map. Skies one onto Simp. If Hydra can catch some timing, well, it may well not matter because Skies has locked down the site. It looked like Atlanta Faze had beautiful amounts of control over towards the bedroom side, but it's looking like Subliners are going to tie things up unless we can see another 1 versus 3 from a member of Faze. Celium now. It's his turn.
And they are just going to wait and play him all day. Hydra goes for a bit of an overchow. They said all they had to do was really keep it down, but eventually Skies will get him out of there. Celium, straight shooter, but cannot get all the players that are looking for him. And I'll tell you something, New York managed to get pressure on there, and I think that was the difference. Atlanta Faze couldn't deal with the lack of room they had to move.
It's been 7 hotel search and destroys in a row for Atlanta Faze. This one is poised on a knife's edge. And honestly, after they get that first... well, it wasn't even a kill, it was just a push-up towards light stairs over towards the bedroom side. You see the player, lower bedroom, has to then back off because he has to respect the threat coming through from the aggressor. I think that Faze had an opportunity to maybe plant that bomb. Of course, we have the podcast, and we have that wonderful hindsight of being able to see where everybody is, and sometimes it's easy to read in, like, why didn't they plant it? Now for New York Subliners, is it going to be that slow and steady play again? It hasn't worked yet.
I don't think so. I think for them, this time they're going to be more aggressive already. Kismet moving over. Skies uses the opportunity to get out bottom bedroom. They've made the adjustment. The call has come through.
Well
Hydra
played.
finds a second. And now that bomb is going down. They will not leave this one to chance. And Slasher on the wrong angle to get it and gets taken down as well. And Abizi has a 1 versus 4 to try and do something.
And would you put it past him?
Maybe would in this scenario. Finds
Excuse
Hydra.
me?
Surely not Hydra. Oh my goodness, Abizi. Oh, 1 versus 4.
Oh my god!
Maybe the greatest play you ever seen. It's a New York breakdown.
Abizi is godlike.
Never happen. Not in a million years. Not in a major. And not on Sunday. How has he got Hydra? Stayed alive against Priester.
Why
and
did
Skies.
Priester not kill him when he was
And Priester
reloading?
goes up top and down he falls. It's a 1 versus 4 for Abizi.
That might be one of the best players I've seen in Call of Duty ever. Full stop. You cannot let that happen.
That's straight up
14
gotta
and
be one
4
of the
from
best plays I've
Abizi, a
ever
1 versus
seen.
4
Oh
and a
my
1 versus 3
goodness.
alongside it. A monumental performance. That is absurd. We'll be speaking about that one for years to come. It is an absurd, silly play from Abizi. The cruise missiles now coming in. Where are New York's heads at? Are they in the bin? Because I don't know how you recover from that.
They have got to find a way. They have been clutched on by Abizi twice. Skies has been seen. He will back off. Can they get the bomb down? Skies going to chow this. There are 2 players on Overwatch as well. Skies backs off. Bomb down now for Faze. For New York. Tears in the corner of their eyes. They have thrown rounds away, and now maybe the map, but Kismet will get a first blood.
I'm still reeling. Subliners at this stage, you do have the numbers, and you will find Celium. Simple takedown Kismet. But as long as the BZ's alive, Atlanta Faze have got a chance.
2 versus 3, 20 seconds left to go. Sky's moving. It'll be Skies versus Simp, and he will find it, but BZ's alive. It's the monster. It's the madness, but he will fall this time. The mythological beast, now known as a BZ, will fall. It will not be another collapse from New York. We're going 5-5.
I mean, at any stage that this man's alive, you're like, well, anything is plausible. But even with this performance, it's still 5-5. We get to see the round 11. The man does bleed, he does fall. And that's the Subliners team now looking at this and well, this should be over. If you don't close this out, where are your heads at for the rest of the series? If you're a BZ and Faze, lifelines are plenty to keep you in it. Can you now execute? Round 11 we go. New York Subliners attack has been strange from them, but this is not looking slow, it's not looking steady, it's looking aggressive.
Already Hydra going for bedroom control. I said New York have adjusted. They know they can no longer sit back and spawn and hope. Priester finds Selim, it's a first blood. And while New York may have collapsed in some rounds, with a BZ again finds a flank, brings it back to 3 versus 3, and they panic. He's staying alive though, he is damaged, he is flying back and forth. Will they get him? Sky's going for the better position here, and surely a BZ can't make this. How is he being elected? Simp will find him as well, and only Hydra remains.
Hydra 1v3 to try to keep NYSL up 2-0. But if not, Faze is going to tie it up 1-1.
Because that's what I'm calling it after that 1 versus 4.
It's just such a hard play. Simple, spot him, simple, got him.
Oh my god. Two great plays from a BZ. Absolutely put down NYSL. Man, they are going to be down bad after that. A BZ 1v4 and a 1v3. My goodness, that man's is on fire. Brr! Let's check out that post. Oh no. Post-game scoreboard of BZ 16-5. That man's is on something else right now. My goodness. I don't even know what else to say except for you got to stop a BZ if you want to get something going, you know.
Hydra. I mean, there was plenty of good clutches in that game. Hydras will probably fall into insignificance, unfortunately for him, after what happened after that. He had himself a really good search and destroy, to be honest with you. Very, very much not at fault. What happened to his team? He gets shot on the side during that scenario. You put your hands up, you're like, hey, you boys should have got my trade. Easy with the. Look, I mean, we'll be delving into that one for quite some time. I'd imagine the desk will have a full opportunity to break that one down, but can we see it again?
Of course we can. We certainly can. The scuff play of the game. It's going to be obvious. It's probably only going to be about 12 seconds long as well. A BZ too easy. And this is the 1 versus 3. Gets Kismet. Stays alive. And at this point, they go for another defuse, and Skies turns here, which is the issue. Just cuts him off at the knee, like an adventurer of old. Priester cannot find him, cannot get the gunny. A BZ rechows, and that was impressive, but not quite as impressive as anything else. We'll go back to that 1v4 later in the scuff play of the game, but the game's actually already started. We're onto the control.
Yeah, this one must have got in nice and quickly. Production did have the 1v4 queued up, but we can't just leave out the beginning. Well, we could have left out the beginning the control to see it again. I've allowed it. You Subliners now find themselves on the attack for the Atlanta Faze. What can you do after that? The wind is truly in their sails now, right? I mean, Subliners need a fat regain. Can you do it in the controller? To push over towards this B side, of course, Subliners beating the undefeated Minnesota Rocket yesterday. Let's give them some confidence to pick this map up against Faze, so let's see how it goes.
Actually, so far, not really finding anything on this control. Just being a bit of a nuisance. They're going to know he's here as well, so they will be looking for him, and they will find him. A pressure available as well as B. Atlanta Faze will have to split their notice for now.
Pressure from Subliners was good, but Selim over towards Radio Tower, making it very, very difficult, but that will invite New York Subliners to walk through the door over towards B. That's been left wide open by Atlanta Faze, to be honest with you. Busy over towards the bottom side of lockers, looking to try and find a break. Kismet ready and waiting for him. This is looking like a good amount of progress over towards B that Atlanta Faze haven't answered yet.
And they're not going to either. They don't have position. They only have Salium on the flank.
Gone.
The second tick is in. The third will be done. Something we're trying to do something, but nobody here from Faze to actually contest. B is gone. New York already grabbed it.
Not quite sure what Atlanta Faze are playing out there, to be honest with you. They're kind of giving that one up for free. It just felt like they weren't expecting maybe everybody to stack it over from, well, not stack it from Subliners, but take as much control of it as they did. Kismet with the kill into the middle of the map, over towards Secret was kind of the one that solidified it, but Atlanta Faze very slow to the punch on that one. Subliners will take that one happily. A minute and 20 seconds to find a push over towards A, and lives pretty much dead even. And this is not an easy break, though. For all that we do talk about B being the harder to capture of the two, A is still not easy to do when it's the only point left.
Skies takes down Simp. They're now looking for any way through. And Kismet, that is a dagger on the side of Mabisi. Will get the trade forward, but you can see New York stacking. They're looking for Slasher up top. Unfortunately, they keep falling. Mabisi finds Hydra. And Prism's like, right, I'll get Radio Tower. Finds nothing. But eventually does get the kills. I don't know what's going on. It's back and forth.
Yeah, finds two, so that's going to break things wide open. If he can keep bombing them off the respawn as well, that would help. But Slasher with a gunny, he'll take Priestad down. Atlanta Faze don't have the control they did have. Kismet now, foot on the gas pedal. You've got to try and make as much of an advantage of this as you can whilst Faze are trying to get in back off the respawn. Kismet will find one into Celium. Inside the point now for Subliners. You have Radio Tower control. Can you find the kills?
Kismet dancing. His teammates fragging. They have full control of this now. Tunnit is a hard retake from Faze. I don't think they can do it. There's too many here. That nade onto Skies at least takes them out of Radio Tower. That third tick is running through. Another team nade has come in. Priestad tries to get them out of it. And it is a disaster. The nades take New York out of it. One from Faze and one from their own team.
And completely out of it as well. It's not like just one of those trade kills that's there and maybe you can clean up and have somebody with some sort of presence. That might have actually just lost Subliners the round.
Kismet doesn't want to let this one go. Alone in a sea of Faze. Actually gets taken out of it because of the door. He wants it in, but they know he's going to try and pick him off at some point. Priestad's here as well. One last roll of the dice. Sim takes down Kismet. Priestad, he's regaining his health, but not before a BZ hits him in the face. And Skies will have to try and do something here, but with 6 seconds left to go, he's asking for a miracle. And down. Oh, okay. Well, he goes down eventually. New York, 5 ticks to the good, but that's all they get.
It's an interesting one because Atlanta Faze in that scenario, I said it felt like they give up B very cheaply, but then defend well over towards the A side. Get one good break if you're New York. It looks like you've got the round. A team nade falls through. Hey, look, Atlanta Faze may well have cleared the point anyway. I think, you know, if Hydro is left on his own, though, if there's any player in Subliners you think could maybe work up a little bit of magic to secure the point, it could be him. Not necessarily the best of rounds from the Frenchman, but I'd imagine he will step it up. He's a player who can be a right nuisance on the defensive side of things. 2 and 10, I'd imagine that'll prove here. Be managing to try and find a push over towards the bar side, see what they can do from there. Atlanta, though, the second best defensive team on the game when it does come down to it. 78% of the time they are finding the win with a 1-0 lead as well. Can they manage to find an attack after that, a defensive win?
Skies is just gunning them down as they come for him. The best thing about this, the best thing you can do is try to keep farming them off of it. The more staggered they are, the less opportunities they have to get this clock stopped or make a concerted push. That's exactly what Skies is doing. You can see Faze keep hitting A over and over, but they aren't hitting it as a team. And now they slow their roll, looking to just try and stay alive. A BZ first blood on this.
Oh, that's a big win on the Priester as well. And BZ is not letting this game go at all. A lot of B pressure here from an Atlanta Faze side. Celium could do a find this kill over towards the right, though. It's the long angle from Priestad. He will catch him, so good plays from him. Next couple of kills are important. Kismet will find that one, though. Slasher's the only one to answer over towards the radio tower. He's the one causing issue over there. He will also get taken out. It's a nice little transition from New York Subliners. They can get some map control now.
Looking for a push here, because this time is flying away from them. Atlanta Faze just do not have control or positioning. You can already see Hydra pushing for this one. Simply keeps having to get off because his flank isn't secure. He is worried about players from all angles. 18 seconds left to go, and they don't have anything. There's the angle. There's the Kismet. And they just have to keep putting this pressure on. Hydra goes for another kill. If he makes it, it would have shut them down completely. But now they're up top, and Priester finds one, hanging on by a thread.
Him finding that kill is important, though. It keeps some presence. Atlanta Faze can't just stack it. It's the second one from Priester. 1 HP in it. Dream Slasher not going to get taken down. Simp is there for the Overwatch. 15 seconds to go. Oh, Kismet, the stun comes through. Atlanta Faze still with the hold on B.
30 seconds left to go. They have to find it. They have to keep pushing it. Celium needs to get on that point. I think they're all going to just get on and stack and give them the extra minute. Celium eventually finds the kill. And B will be taken by Atlanta Faze, as they basically crawled over broken glass to make this one happen.
Yeah, just about. Priester was the one that made it really, really awkward. Big win from Abizi again. Hydra will be there to trade it out. Now for Atlanta Faze, it's a very different story. It's about slowly picking your way over towards the A side. Kismet all the way back at his spawn. Don't think you'll be expecting a second player from Atlanta Faze, but it's actually Priester who deals with Celium. That's Atlanta Faze shoved all the way back. Hydra now can start to farm just a little bit as he's pushed over towards Bar and green side. Get himself up top, just cause an issue. It's a hard push now for Faze, even towards the A side.
Back and forth goes Simp. Just don't see them getting through here unless they make some sort of hero play already. A stack coming in from New York on the point. They do not want to give them a single inch for this one as well. And Sky's in a great position. So is Kismet. They have the flank secured as well. Atlanta Faze need a miracle. Slasher manages to just pick him out there as well, but Skies gets that trade back. No time, no angles. They find two. Last chance. Priester's just on Overwatch and already just pre-firing.
That's a good round by NYSL.
Well played from Subliners. Atlanta Faze were just trying to get rid of Hydra in the middle of the map, and I think that's why things looked a little bit too slow. They know he's going to be there. They know he's going to flank immediately.
I mean, offensive rounds are hard to win.
Skies with the
control
play
here
to kick off the round, but Priester is there for the pre-spray. Good comms coming in from New York. Subliners knew exactly where that attack was coming from. It was, I want to say, a bit more of an unorthodox setup towards the A side, actually. Typically, you will see players pushed over towards the radio tower.
It's kind of funny, as this tournament's gone along, instead of getting
as far
more
away as
crowded,
possible.
it's getting less
Might not
and less
be the best
crowded.
defensive positions, but keeping Faze away
Everyone's getting sent
always
home.
helps. Back over towards the defense for Atlanta Faze, but take advantage does belong to Subliners after those first 2 rounds.
One team will be
And
sent
already,
home right
it's
after
aggressive
this.
and beautiful. Great execution. They're straight onto the point here. They could even stack it and get through. Only one player, Slasher, could do anything, but New York have identified it. That second one rockets through. The third one will be done in a matter of seconds. Slasher will find nothing. New York will already find even more. Celium will take down Kismet for a second, but realistically, they have so much time now, Ton.
A long, long time. Atlanta Faze don't have everybody in this defensive hold either. And you can see Priester setting himself up now to just try and slow it down. All the reinforcements are going to start flowing through. Good play from Celium, to be honest with you. Holding over towards the plat side, stopping that pressure coming in from New York in that position, which would have put Atlanta Faze in a really dark spot. Skies now back into that position. They give it up for just a second. Sky slips through. Potential here still for Subliners.
And they just need to keep playing this out until they get into a good position. That's what they're looking for. As soon as they start getting the trades, they can apply the pressure. Pressure now on. Radio control for Priester. They have the map. They've split it horizontally. They've sent a Hydra deep inside. No easy way through here for Faze.
Hydra's going to cover off the bar push that will inevitably be coming through. And then he can flank as well, but he's going to be dealt with by Abizi, who's now going to start pushing the point, just trying to be in nuisance as best he can. Celium will find one of the Priester Skies onto Abizi, goes for the challenge, simple deal with him. Celium will find another, and Subliners had the setup there, but have somehow fumbled it.
The only thing that may have done wrong is that they did commit to holding various different angles rather than maybe stacking it a little bit sooner, forcing Atlanta Faze to run in faster. They didn't do that, but they've got the first tick. 1 minute 20 left to go, and this is why you have so much time when you get an early B push. You can play it a little bit slower. Unfortunately, they're not finding the kills, Ton.
Atlanta Faze nowhere to spawning as well.
Playing it really well so far.
Side.
His control could still go either way.
Probably kill him as well. The smoke from the grenade is the only protection that Priester has. Kismet takes him down, though. Still potential here for Subliners. They're not in too bad of a spot, and Slasher's going to get caught out as well. Not the play.
On the point.
The behind
No,
angle. Hydra
we
will
got
find one
Hydra
if
off,
he's able
but
to answer back, but
one
another
guy
opportunity
is
for
still on
Subliners.
high skies.
Salim doesn't get a nade there,
just get
actually.
killed.
Manages to stay alive, and that's what they were hoping to get out of it. This position is devastating when you try and capture this point. And that second tick is in. And slowly but surely, New York are actually bleeding Faze out here. If Faze falter just a step, just an inch, they will fall. And Hydra again makes his move.
Time is running out.
Yep. He's got to push.
Hydra will find a second, but as long as Celium is alive up towards this point, he's not really doing much when the teams are inside the point. Celium will find a kill, and the Hydra has to come down from his perch. Priest, can he start lining them up? There's only one player left here, and it's Celium. He can't do anything about it. Faze have got to get here. They're not going to. That's an attacking round over towards Subliners. Not a chance that Faze get here now. A 2-1 lead. And it was just, as you said, slowly bleeding them away.
Full credit to New York Subliners. They identified they had more time than God. They went, all right, we don't need to do this in one hit. Just keep playing the angles, slow roll it when we need to, and get the ticks on the board. Push after push, time after time. They found the opportunities. And now Faze will have to win their attack. They only got 3 ticks last time. Whatever happens, even if they win this, New York will have defense.
Difficult now for Faze. Did they really come that close? I mean, when they're looking to get closer now, as Skies will find 3 of his own. The grenade comes through, the headshot into a BZ. And this is an important map. Faze are yet to win a hardpoint in the CDL this season up against New York Subliners. And they've got one coming up next to stay in the tournament if they don't win this control. 2 rounds potentially still to go. Can Faze hold on the defensive side? Find an attacking round, I should say. And then maybe have to find another one as well.
They're trying to put them back in here, and Celium prevents them from shutting the door on them already. Priester in a position we've seen him a million times. Faze might know he's here this time. They have managed to get out of spawn, and that's the most crucial thing. You can already see, though, Priester will not fall easily. And oh my goodness, I thought he might just get the lock on a slasher. Hasn't found it. Faze now into a point.
Skies 27 and 14.
Progress is there.
Shooting straight.
Not quite. Slasher just staying alive up there will be a nuisance nonetheless. Looks like Subliners may well have choked this one unless they can find a couple of kills. Yeah, Hydra is not going to try and mess with this too much. There's maybe one player on Lockers who can help him out, but yeah, it's gone. 22 lives to Subliners, 20 to Faze. But you can see the setup now for Subliners. They've sent Priester all the way down the field side towards blue building, and it's just going to be difficult for them to dig him out. They find a couple of kills on transition as well. BZ's the only one in a position to really do too much about this. So now for Subliners, can you keep phasing your spawn? If you phase, can you find a way out?
Slashers all the way pushed
All
up.
Hydra's going to be doing here is trying to find kills and run around the map as much as he can. Back and forth. Waste the time. Keep them on the back foot. Simple eventually find him. Many more New York players, though, to find. And they're all in positions they want to be in. They have split this map, and Kismet continues to be a problem for Faze to deal with.
Even if Priester isn't found in a position he's in, then he's going to be an issue. And as is Skies, if he's shooting like that, Sim gets caught with his pants down. The kill flows through. 2 players coming through secret, though. 4 Faze are going to find a little bit of pressure now. Priester's still behind, but is yet really to help out on the Subliners side. But he's there in an awkward position to do something about this. The rest of the team coming up off respawn up towards the mountain now. Can they find the kills? Not quite.
And Priester will be the ace. He will now try and keep Faze away as much as possible. Faze are not onto this point. They will have to deal with him at some point. And Simp will find him. Skies also calling in reinforcements in the form of a large explosive falling from the skies. Are the trophies down? They are. Slasher stays alive for a second. Stops the clock as he falls. 14 seconds to go. New York have played this one perfectly. Only the bees. Can't find Hydra. Celium will get it down. This is the last hook, a last look. Faze fall into line. Skies finds Celium a bees. He knows there's going to be a player back here as he sprints towards him and doesn't find him.
Still looking for it. Faze can't get off the point, but BZ's starting to farm them. Do they know he's on his left-hand side? It's him. There's another one on the Hydra. BZ's just causing issue. He can get on the point to help
Faze on point.
Priester finds one, though. They can't get in. Priester gets the second one. He has to get back on the point. BZ's alone. He goes for the skies.
Oh! He got off the chow and lost the round.
There's an over-chow and a half. Alone as Priester takes them out of the game, essentially.
Oh, Abizi got off the point to Chow, and he lost the round because of it. That's why you don't jump Chow all the time like that. Oh my gosh. What a crazy round. But NYSL going to take the control and go up 2 rounds to 1, making Faze have to win the next hard point to stay in this. Let's check out the final scoreboard here before we move on. Should be right here. It's a great match. I think this one's going to go to a map 5. Celium 26 and 18. Skies 30 and 18. Kismet 30 and 25. Absolutely slaying out. Let's get to map 4. Embassy.
To grace our main stage again, they will now need to overcome a 0-7 hardpoint against New York. They do not know how to win them, but win them they must.
Well, these two teams very, very solid at breaking hills, so who's going to be the better on the day? We see Subliners at map number 1. Find so many breaks on Hydra, which is not an easy task to do. Rotations, everything was there in prime position. Kismet now will find a kill and find us push over towards top car park side, which is where Subliners will try to get control of P2, which is coming up in 3rd.
And both teams, it's the usual situation. Dance around the point, play for position. Either go for the overheat. Sky has a little peek, sees the BZ. He's going to say, you know what? No, don't take that on. That's not for me, that one. I'll sit here.
Hydra's done the work in the middle of the map, though. Slasher and Simp dealt with. Subliners here on the rotation. More Atlanta Faze now. Where's your break going to come from? You can see them slowly, methodically making their way over towards this side of the map where Skies is ready and waiting.
Oh, Hydra.
Performance like the previous, then it's going to be difficult. Hydra gunning Slasher. Skies, can you lock it down here? Celium. It's the longest AR fight I've seen in a while. You will find a second, so Faze with a potential break. A beautiful break at that as well.
Probably frustration there actually for Skies. He was just hitting that kind of metal wire at the top. Slasher trying to farm them off it. At the moment, hasn't found it. And Celium is still up top. Ambulance just not going anywhere. Abizi will fall though. The time is going to be off. Sim will have to take up the slack.
It's been a couple of ludicrous challenges and ludicrous gunfights that have went on here. 25 seconds to go over towards P2. Abizi looking to try and cause some issues. This transition over
Ludicrous
towards 3
speed
is imminent. Trying to find this push now. Be a couple of ARs towards this side that will make his life very, very difficult. Skies being the main one. Celium to try and find this push as well. That final 10 seconds is going to be soaked up from Atlanta Faze. It is a juicy, juicy lead after 2 hills on the Atlanta side.
Faze taking a big lead.
Celium just trying to continue to put them on the back foot. Also
About
has a
50
cruise
points
missile
here.
And oh my
Going
goodness,
into
what a
P3.
shot! Red Skies like a book, and he's got a library pass. Just completely demolished them. Keeps going on a 7 streak himself. Has reinforcements here. Hydra will have to move.
Haven't really seen Celium give himself any highlight players in this game specifically. But there's his. The rest of the squad looking to try and join him as well. Slasher is there to find one into Kismet. It's the break the hard way, if you like, for Atlanta Faze. Funnel their way down the top of the bridge, and adjustment seems to look very, very easy. Sim trying to lock it down. We'll find the kill. The Skies, look at this transition. Celium already on his way over towards PD. Big fight about to go on over there. Will be Hydra to find him, so Subliners have a small life
Phase that's going to be
Not
hard
very much
to
else to
stop.
speak of here. It's 93 and rising to 9. Atlanta Faze have come to play in map 4.
They have. For New York Subliners, Hold'em P2 didn't work, and then no P3. Maybe a P4. But they need it. They have fallen far already. Almost 100 points down as we get into this one. And Atlanta Faze are looking to get forward already. A few kills go towards them, and there's no hit fire this time for Sim. Celium does not find the kill around the back either. New York have pushed them away. They are now on the other side of the map. They have some time.
That Embassy hipfire buff that Simp had that one time maybe has run out. Not able to find it this time around against Hydra. Kismet and Co trying to lock down some of the most crucial time they'll have to get in this game, because Atlanta Faze have been lights out over the first 2 and 3 hills. Hydra now still inside the point. It's 5 spree frame looking to make it 6. A cruise missile would be nice as well, but the BT will say absolutely not. Kismet kills Hydra, and Slasher finds Kismet. Disaster for Subliners. That's 25 seconds or so free towards Atlanta Faze. Do very little of their own doing. Skies now just trying to lock this down. Kitchen coming up in 10 seconds. Plenty of members from Subliners here, not any from mid-phase.
Oh no!
Celium just
Oh
burned
no!
skies.
That was
And
bad.
now you can see Atlanta Faze trying to figure out where they can attack this from. Priest are on Overwatch. They know he's going to be here as well. They've got to keep an eye up top. Trying to just get this pinch down as well, but every time a player drops, they get him. But New York's still holding for now. They have control. They've got into Library. They've got through Laundry. But now the pressure's still pouring forward. Abizi is trying to fight so many players here from New York.
It's all very one-dimensional from Faze at this moment in time. It's Hydra and Priest that are making it difficult to find anything from the mid-map. You can see Simp's already locked in over towards the toilet side. He's going to get dealt with there, so it has to be through the front door for Atlanta Faze. Hydra and Code, though, on their way back over. It's 2 for Hydra. Can he find a third to break things open? No, he can't, but Priest will be there to clean up the pieces. Simp there for the final 15. We'll find it. One more fight. Let's Simp who finds the second. Tooth and nail, but not one for Atlanta Faze, only for 10 seconds. But if you have a look at this lead, it's going to be about 80 points. For Atlanta Faze, by the time we do head over towards the second rotation, Subliners are going to have to step it up. Will we see that map number 5?
There's a small increment back there for New York, you're quite right, but hey, any points are good points at this stage of the game. Abizi will suck a little bit of time. He knows where players are going to be as well, trying to check the windows desperately. Fortunately, Slasher on Overwatch. For New York, the biggest problem is they need to put a little bit more pressure onto this P1. Can't afford to let Atlanta Faze soak this time and get that lead back. But Atlanta Faze, they've got to be feeding themselves. Well, let's find out. Atlanta Faze, listen in.
I spawned. I have laundry. I top you. Front hill. One more dead. Shit. Nice, I'm trying to get to new. 20 house. No, 20 house. Yeah, there's 20 house. Side door. Side door. Two. Actually, two side door. One's out. Get all this time. Get all this time. Cafe dead. Nice. That time. Oh, one shot. Front one shot. I have it. I'm trying to. I spawned. Go. I'm on the same walls. My trucks. Balls. Bathroom weak. Jump out. Back truck in front bathroom. New one shot. Literally new. Take your time. I'm shooting. How many gas? Okay. I'm gonna try to get tax on this. I'm having gas. I hear one in the bathrooms. He's in laundry. One's in bathroom. One's in bathroom. One's in laundry. He's in the front laundry still. And pitching gas. Nice front laundry still. There's 2 in hell. He's in laundry. I held it. One more hill. Nothing close lights. He laundry. You like laundry. In laundry. Hydra's in laundry still. Come back. He's still there. Yo, always in hill. Let's just get pitching, bro. Always in hill. One shot dead. One hill. The god box ran away. He's in laundry. He's laying down back. Okay, dead. Come in the back. Pitching gas. One shot front house. I'm trying to hold gas. Still one shot front house. God box, one shot, guys. Get that time. Oh my god. I'm trying to go top quick. Nade new. I don't see him top single. I naded him on new. I heard you. I'm looking at new. I don't see him peeking. Oh, me. One shot dead. I don't see him peeking. He's gonna be close.
Well, Atlanta Faze saying we're going to go top quick, but they are going to be second regardless. The points still 100 across.
100-point
New
lead
York
still
Subliners,
for
a
Faze.
must hold here at P3.
Yeah, they've got to get a hold of it.
Getting pretty close to finishing this out.
Out of Subliners in the back
They
of a
seem to keep
5-3
getting
from
some
Hydra.
points here and there.
Slasher though,
Oh my God,
no way will he
Slasher.
find the second, but he's done enough distracting. Skies will get taken down. Atlanta Faze looking like they may have broke through. Yeah, they have. Priester was there to try and slow things down as soon as Simp knows exactly what's happened.
Oh,
Hydra, well, okay, can find 2, finds one to Simp, but BC's still alive and kicking. This one's still got life in it yet. 25 seconds to go over towards P3. It's looking like it's going to be pretty much 50-50, but Faze are the ones finding just small amounts of points, and when the lead is this large, every single point is a small little dagger to Subliners.
And now they must break. They must break against Faze here. There is a player, I believe they're already inside. They've sent in the Hydra, but Hydra has fallen. Abizi now looking every single direction as he dances back and forth here. Looking for the player. Slasher, though, on the flank. Finds nothing for his teammate, but only finds one kill as he falls as well. New York have broken as quickly as they needed to.
Need to hold it down, though. Last time around, we've seen a couple of fumbles here and there from Subliners. They had it on lock, and Faze broke them far too easily. 43 seconds remaining here. Faze very far away, though, so a lot of this time is going to be free for Subliners. They can spread out, gain that information, and just make life very, very difficult. Priest doing a great job at doing just that. And now it's about the rotation in 30 seconds' time. Priest still farming them off, but these kills starting to flow through for Faze now. Spawn for Subliners is going to be close to the point. Faze putting the pressure on.
They're going to go for this. They're going to try and take the scrap time away from them. Here's Mid to the C1 and Skies will combine. Faze may have given up the rotation. Perfect setup here.
Spawn at the back as well. Yep, that's an oversight from Faze. They do have a couple of players here. Hydra breaking things up, and no Faze have let this rotation and a lot of time go.
Absolutely slaying out.
Not looking good.
And New York being a little bit more confident now, but they must break back in straight away. Priester gonna go for the chow, knows where he is, gets it at the same time. Has reinforcements flooding in. New York have got another break in 3 seconds. Atlanta Faze do not find the time they want to. And this is dangerous. New York are making a comeback here against Atlanta.
That push over towards P1 may well come back to hold it because Priester is starting to light it up against Faze again. Surprise, surprise, but Abisi is there to find 2 of his own. This man just will not let Faze fall. Simp is there to find 1, but the trades ultimately come through in the favor of New York Subliners. Hydra inside the point, he will fall. Faze do find a breakthrough. If they can hold on to the rest of this time, they will need very little left.
They're still putting the pressure on. Priester trying to fly through, but nades, stuns, and everything is just whipping its way to the doorways.
They can't
win 12
here.
seconds. But the difficulty now is New York Subliners have fought back to the bitter end. But they have to look at 2 sites at once. They cannot afford to let P1 breathe for Faze. But they need P2 as well.
No. This could be it.
It's so difficult now because Slasher will position himself here. 3 seconds, Bryce, it might be done.
Faze gonna force game 5.
And that is it. They are hoping to get it.
Faze gonna force that map 5. Push it to the very, very end. Wow. Great map from Faze to really push the Subliners. Let's just get right into it, shall we? This has been a long game. Let's find it. Uh-oh. There we go.
Looked at in this series and said it definitely overwhelmingly favors one side from the statistics standpoint. I can't even speak. Bee's excited because what he did in map number 2 was of another dimension, to be honest with you. So if you can pull off that kind of thing again, New York Subliners, what kind of chance have you got?
Well, let's see. They say the stats are for Faze. But hey, stats are against 1v4s, and we've seen one of those in this. And at the moment, Atlanta Faze feeling out position. They do not have any at all on this map at the moment.
A team who do like to get the bomb down as much as possible. Haven't had the luxury of making that push over towards B. No trophy systems to stop those initial nades coming through. So Subliners have been able to position themselves well. Faze though, maybe just looking to try and find the pick, trying to find a misstep before they make their move. Hydra will be getting a lot of information here in every single step that Teeny Tiny Abizi is making. Over towards top PD. Time is running out, 35 seconds or so left to go.
This entire map is covered by members of New York. They have every cut, they have every position as well, but Selly managed to find it. They've opened this up. Down to a 3 versus 3. Skies has to back off as well, and Bomb will go down. New York have let Faze out of the bottle.
Abizi's the one that makes the bait,
down,
essentially. Selling to then back it up with another one. He's ready for Kismet to find that push as well. Skies will be able to answer back against Simp, who gets caught.
2v2.
2 versus 2. Skies and Priest, there's still so much work to do here. 30 seconds. You've got to get rid of Celium. He ain't going to show you anything.
Got Celium right there.
Priester has to chow the back as well. Skies looking up top. Slasher will back off. They are just playing for time here, and Slasher doesn't see. He's tunnel visioned. Celium still playing his life as well. The defuse will have to come in. Priester, the only player on Overwatch, and he's not going to get it. Celium will find Skies though, and Priester can do nothing. And Celium goes, hey, why don't I just have another one?
First round for
Yum
Faze.
yum. Score 1.
Priester could do once Skies got killed.
I think it might have been the ace from Celium. The Yum Yum kind of threw me off, to be honest. But Priester, he's the one to fall. Fall for Celium in the round to kick things off for Atlanta.
Not gonna lie, kind of made myself laugh for that one. Round 1 done though, and I will say this: Atlanta Faze managing to get out there was surprising. New York not able to get as many trades as they were hoping for, and that is 4 for Celium, an ace and a masterpiece.
Now for Celium, setting up over towards P3. The defensive side of things, we talk about the attacking rounds for Faze. They like to get the bomb down. In terms of numbers, they are the team who find it second out of the CDL teams. In terms of how they limit defensive plants actually coming through as well, second. So they're good at stopping the bomb going down, they're great at getting it down, which is ultimately what matters when it does come down towards Embassy Search and Destroy. What also matters is first blood. Priest will find Simp. 4v3 in favor of Subliners. Still hard to get this down from where they are, though.
New York are repositioning. Celium just waiting to see if he can find anybody, and he tags up Skies, but still they don't have it. Abizi waiting here, and he's going to find one. No, wait a minute, a team kill and a trade. It's a disaster.
Oh, man.
New York.
That's terrible.
They've just maybe
2v3.
thrown this round away. They had the advantage. Abizi comes through. He finds another one as well. And Kismet's the last.
Wrecking tour. He needs to stop that right
Is there another 1v3 on the cards in this series? This one looks unlikely. So did Abizi's.
Yeah, but this one requires teleporting, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't think Kismet's got that one in the locker. 2-0 Atlanta Faze. Kismet will keep himself alive. Feed nothing over towards Faze again.
Joe sees some fame back there.
Research
behind him
for a potential final opponent.
One of those was the LA Thieves coach, but I'm not.
And that's the disastrous bit there.
That was Shane.
Priester and Hydra. Priester tries to shoot through Hydra's legs. Doesn't hit Abizi. And they must be kicking themselves. New York failing in S&D is becoming a theme of this series.
I think that's a tough one. He's pushed that angle, and it's always the automatic to shoot, right? And here we go. Atlanta Faze getting aggressive over towards the B side. That bomb will go down, but also getting aggressive in New York. Subliners, that's a brilliant kill from Skies as well. So now Subliners completely take over PD, but Celium's ready for them. It's 5 in a row. He may need to make it 6 and 7 if Faze won the round.
Oh, that is a wide and fast chow. 2 versus 3. Simp will have the dead silence. Does he have the position to get away? And he does, just with his life. But they lose positioning on this bomb site. They do not have the eyes. Hydra takes down Abizi. Simp has no life. And they got off the bomb for a second. Maybe giving him a chance to pull this one off. And it's going to fly through. Hydra gets him. No clutch for Faze that time.
Good round.
That's difficult because Subliners, honestly, I want to give so much prop to Skies there. For all that they sent 3 rounds towards PD, which is ultimately where the round is won. Skies finding the kill and one of them over towards that back site where Faze were trying to defend from. It takes somebody away from PD. So that just makes it so much easier for Subliners to take over that side of the map, makes it harder for Faze to defend. And what Skies does after that as well is just stay alive. He's throwing shoulders left and right, trying to bait Atlanta Faze players out, find out where they are so the rest of the team can come on the flank and take them down. Wonderful plays from Skies. Get them the round. Subliners back into this one, 2-1 now. Faze up their sleeve. Subliners looking like it's going to be slow and steady. Try and find the picks. Hydra is waiting for them.
Yeah, Sky's gone back to get bomb. They are going to give up any sort of pressure on the map so far. Kismet maybe first out here. Expecting maybe some aggression from them, but they haven't seen anything yet.
Trophy out over towards the B site. BZ. We've seen that and we'll be keeping an eye on the push that's going to inevitably come through from Subliners. Creeping his way up, those guys are going to get caught out. Abizi's played it perfectly. Does he know he has the bomb as well? Subliners still with a lot of work to do. Sim finds Hydra as well. Faze stretching their legs here. Priest still left in a 1 versus 3.
36 seconds to play with.
On another level right
Will
now.
first have to find the bomb, but does have a dead silence. And New York, now more than ever, need another clutch in an S&D.
Celium's on his way over. Can be calling it out. Now knows where Priester is. The rest of the Faze boys are on the way. This plan is just so difficult to do with Celium being up there. Atlanta Faze. 3-1 to the good.
It made it look a bit easy for them. New York again, trying to see if they could just find anybody. But Abizi only moves when he feels confident to. New York may have to try and rethink some of these rounds. Maybe more aggression on their attacks.
I haven't really seen a big push out over towards B.
Priest is really going to have to
say from either side, but we have seen it from Faze. We haven't seen it from Subliners. Not going to get to see it from them this round, but the attacks need to be maybe a little bit more fluid.
Slasher 0-2.
Exactly what Atlanta Faze are doing right now. Those nades may well come over, but the trophy systems are there to prevent any damage coming through. That bomb will now go down. It's going to have to be another good retake from Subliners. Priest are ready with Vaselium. We'll find it. It's another first blood for Subliners, but can they make it count?
Skies gets it 2 versus 4, 1 versus 4. Only Slasher left alive, but his position might as well be Narnia, because that bomb will be defused before he even gets here. Surely.
Maybe not.
And they're going to be watching this as well. And he does actually find Kismet, but loses his life in the end. Easy for New York.
It's a really nice retake. Priest find that kill on Stellium immediately. Puts Faze on the back foot. As that bomb goes down, your main cover, if you like, from that top PD side, disappears off the map. And all of a sudden, Subliners just swarm towards Slasher. Sib and Abizi fall by the wayside as well. Good round from Subliners. Very much still in this. 3-2.
And like I said before, I think that call has now been made. They've been given Faze too much respect on this map. They have not been pushing or pressuring them. The pressure that time, it worked out. They found the first blood and cut them down. I expect to see a fast B here. And I would be wrong.
Yeah, they're not going for it, are they? Not wanting to fall in the trap of trying to match Faze at that side of the map. Also playing slowly. Kind of set up for an A push here. Simp is ready for this one. He's not ready for the stun. Chal may come in a second, but does Kismet know where he is? Hydra's here for the backup. And now Abizi playing the same position as he has been all game long. Can he find it on the skies as well? A couple of bullets all he will find. Is he even going to be able to back down here? Subliners is going to be here in numbers, but Hydra gets caught out. 3v3.
He's still staying alive. Celium having a long-range gunfight versus Skies as they both put bullets into each other. And it's a rethink for New York. They're still not in a position. Where is Abizi gone will be the question.
So hard to dig out of these positions. He's going to read the A push. He'll be getting the sound cues. He's got his teammate here for company as well. Kismet will eventually get cut down. Priest can answer back. But Slasher, where he is going to get gunned. 1v1. Priest will fall. Scarier than it maybe needed to be for Atlanta Faze.
Oh, that was close.
And the inquest will go on as to how that got as close as it did, but we'll be happy to take the win anyway. Selling him to clean up Priest.
And this was close. A lot close. You are right there, Tun. If Kismet had got away just a second before, if Abizi had been gunned down and not got that trade, it could have been a nightmare for them. But it is not to be. Atlanta Faze keep moving forward in this S&D. There's a reason they are so well respected on this. Statistics tell one story. The other is that they've never looked anything but confident.
Another big B hit coming in. I was about to rhyme up the stats in terms of number ones. Well, first blood is very much up there for Atlanta Faze. Well, that has went over towards Subliners more often than not. On the other hand, 3v4s are up there as well for Atlanta Faze, and there's the kickoff for a potential one here. Slasher will take down Skies. Keep an eye on the positioning of Priest though. Very aggressive. Is Simp getting a read on this though, I wonder?
Well, because they haven't had a watch here, they don't know. Slasher's going to get caught as well. Drilled by Priester. They've lost map control. And Simp's just going to run straight out of the door and hope for the best. Not going to work out. Salium left in a 1 versus 3, and Hydra's going to, all right, I'm not even going to try that one.
No need for him to. Strange one that Simp doesn't get the sound cue over towards the backside. Priester guns Slasher. I honestly thought when you seen Slasher at top PD turn round and make his way towards the back window that you would have thought that he maybe did hear Priester towards the back, did Simp? And the call out had come through. But he had not. He breaks it open with a kill over towards that side after Slasher was able to answer back to the first blood grenade. A very much slowed down Faze.
Harshness.
Good round from Subliners. Keeping themselves in this. Faze have always been in the lead. It's at maximum being 2 rounds. It's back down to 1 now. Simp not having a great game. Simp 1 and 7. Priest though. What's the play here? Was looking a little bit more aggressive, but again, it's sit back, play the picks, and this time Skies is going to snipe it.
Sniper mid S&D. That adjustment hits different. They're already going to fight through. They found a BC again. Skies going to look for him, and oh my goodness!
With a pistol.
I'll be honest with you, New York. You've tried that a few times. It hasn't worked. It is actually the definition of insanity. Expecting a different result. And while the adjustment has been made on defense for New York, they are putting pressure on towards B and stopping Faze getting there. Their attack, they're going to need a new playbook.
I mean, you kind of get encouraged because Skies finds the snipe, and you're like, right, Celium's dead. Surely B is wide open, but no. BZ and Simp covering the mid-alley Priestess position. Now very, very well known. 1v3 from this scenario would be something special. Not gonna happen. Slasher with Big Gunny, Atlanta Faze. That 2-round cushion is once again re-established. In that moment, the player you don't want jumping out of top PD to try and trade you is the guy that's got the sniper. Not ideal.
Well, so this will be the difference. I think Faze here might try a different tactic. New York have adjusted. They are putting pressure onto B. The nades, the push. They're not allowing that fast plant to come through. Are Faze confident enough to try it again? I think so. Abizi already winging his way over here. Maybe just to try and stay alive.
Gets over. Now, this is difficult for Subliners now because what do you do? Oh, Hydra gets some terrible timing, but still finds Simp. Does he know he has the bomb? Because what Faze were playing for was maybe a bit of a bait. Abizi got over, the tags were in, they knew somebody was over towards that B side, and Faze were going to maybe try and play around A because of that information that Subliners had. Now, because Simp died with the bomb, that plan is in absolute tatters.
What can they find? Faze are all over this map, but time's against them, positions against them. They have B control, but New York at this point probably realize they have no bomb because nothing is happening.
I think that's exactly why Hydra is where he is. And may well not move. 29 seconds. Atlanta Faze gonna have to try and find something, trying to pull it out the fire here. It's gonna be 5-4. Abizi lingered around. Celium will find Hydra. That bomb can be picked up. Can they move into position now as Abizi finds Kismet? 2v3.
Priestley gets one back though. 2 versus 2. Time is against Faze here. Skies.
Oh, he's played it well.
He should be able to just do everything he needs to here as well. That bomb will go down. There's a challenge off the top rope, but BZ has found it. Priester runs here to try and get the trade as well.
1v2 for Priester.
He gets the Faze up. You can do it too as this round is wrecking towards the end. And Celium just says, hey, have you known of snaking? I can do this all day. And BZ's here as well. Priester panicking, flailing, falling, feeling at the end.
Atlanta Faze gonna move on to face Optic in the losers finals for a spot in the grand finals. I don't think they're gonna have any kind of post-game interview because they play again right now. So thank you guys for tuning in to the hard carry. We got 2 more matches left in Major 4 losers finals. Optic Faze, winner of that goes on to play Thieves in the grand finals. Thank you guys. Stick around for more CDL action.